Okay. And let me ask you, that kind of makes me ask a question that we really didn't talk about that I was going to ask you. I'm going to put it out there. You, Darren Dicke, with the way that your business is set up right now, haven't been doing it for 10, 15 years, where you are at right now with your business, with the systems that you have in place, if you wanted to have a steady stream of, let's just say, $10,000, $15,000 a month, which to a lot of people, $10,000 to $15,000 a month is, I mean, they never see that on 40, 50-hour work weeks at their jobs. I mean, they're working tons, constantly, and how much effort, how much work would you have to do with the systems that you have in place in order to be able to achieve that kind of revenue here in this slow Ohio Midwest market, when all these people are singing the blues, can't make the money, Chicken Little, everyone, the sky is falling, financing, secondary lending.
Oh man,
what would you say? I mean, what would you say the amount of hours?
I would say the amount of hours, me personally in my life, well, see, that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
When I focus on it. But see, then I'll go and I'll travel for a couple weeks during a month, or
Yeah.
I'll spend a lot of time with my fiance or doing other stuff.
Yeah.
And it'll, I'll go 2 months with very little. But
Yeah.
I mean, 10, 15, 20, $30,000 months. I mean, they've already happened a number of times this year.
They've happened. And would you say that, I mean, are you working with these systems set up? I mean, do you have to work 40 hours? Do you have to work 20 hours?
Absolutely not.
Could you say that you could be able, and if you can, I mean, don't say, because we don't want to, perpetrate that you don't have to work anything and that it's so easy.
It's going to be easy and nothing to
you can do it. But now that you have your business set up, you've gone through the different steps, you have the piggy bank in order to be able to pay these folks to do some of these jobs so that you don't have to. I mean, is it possible to have a profitable $10,000 to $15,000 every single month business with you working 10, 15 hours a week?
No doubt.
100%.
If I work 10 to 15 hours a week, I could do it in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, so you wouldn't
10 or
even need a month.
$15,000 in 2 weeks, absolutely.
So you're saying in a month, $20,000 to $30,000 per month with the systems with what you have in place.
Correct, and with stuff that I'm continuing to work on. Cause it's always, I'm continuing to add stuff all the time.
That's great. Congratulations on that. That's something that we haven't really talked about. I don't think I haven't really asked him. I just totally put him on the spot. Right there, because Darren and I both, this is after years of figuring out, getting the education, learning what to do, and now I mean your business is at a place. I mean, I've seen you just like I've had in my own business when we have struggled, when we've had those challenges, and it's tough. But when you learn the system and get that knowledge from people who have already doing it, it's amazing, isn't it?
And keep in front of stuff like what Real Estate Investor and Colin and his team is putting out there is this good educational material, and just to help with your level of belief. It's because I mean this is a lonely business. Let's be honest here, because I mean if we didn't live together for a year, and if I didn't meet up with a lot of other young aggressive real estate investors that are actually doing stuff, I don't know how long I would have made it. Yeah. Honestly, because it's very lonely business.
You're right. It can be, and that's
it can be. So that's why realestateinvestor.com is so vitally important. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're in India or Alaska or wherever. You can see that this stuff's working, and there's people out there working it.
Yeah. No, that's sweet.
It's huge.
I mean, and you said it right. You said it right, Darren. As far as the lonely business side of it, and that's really one of the reasons why we came up with Real Estate Investor, is because you need to have that community. You need to have that support. You need to have that, because it's not all a box of cherries, as they call it, as they glamorize it on some of the different speakers or on the late night television. I mean, it can be challenging. It can beat you up sometimes.
Yeah.
So I agree, and that's why not just on land, which is really important, but also online, having those connections and that support that's there.
So thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a lot of it is networking with folks with the right folks, with folks that are active, and screening them out. It's like screening everybody out, the sellers, the buyers, and same thing with networking with other investors. And that's one of the things that I like about Real Estate Investor, is the fact that it's active folks.
Yeah.
I mean, because you actually have to take time out of your day and spend on the site and give it to the site and to really meet with other folks. There's a lot of active folks on there.
Yeah.
And I stopped going to RIA meetings and to other real estate investor meetings just because a lot of the folks, they just talk,
Yeah.
I've found, about acting more than just doing it. So realestateinvestor.com is awesome to find other active folks. I've had so many people contact me through it.
Excellent.
And honestly, I'm not real active on the site right now. Not as active as I want to be and will be.
Yeah.
But still, people are contacting me. I know that there's active folks on there. People are doing deals. They're making money through Real Estate Investor. They're learning a lot. And, I mean, you can help. A lot of these systems are on Real Estate Investor.
Yeah.
If you're getting started, you have a great place to start right there.
That's it. Yeah.
It's huge.
Thanks for the acknowledgement on that. We're working hard to take it up to that
I know
next
you
level,
are.
for sure.